Hengist and Horsa are figures of Anglo-Saxon history, which records the two as the Germanic brothers who led the Anglo-Saxon, Frisian, and Jutish armies that conquered the first territories of Britain in the 5th century. Tradition lists Hengist as the founder of the Kingdom of Kent. Hengist and Horsa are attested in Bede's 8th century Historia Ecclesiastica gentis Anglorum, in the 9th century Historia Brittonum, attributed to Nennius, and in the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle, a collection of annals compiled from the end of the 9th century. Geoffrey of Monmouth greatly expanded the story in his influential 12th century pseudo-history Historia Regum Britanniae, which was adapted into several other languages. As a result, the pair appear in various other later works. Notably, Hengist is also briefly mentioned in the Prose Edda, written by Snorri Sturluson in the 13th century. According to these sources, Hengist and Horsa arrived in Britain as mercenaries serving Verstegan, king of the Britons. This event is traditionally recognized as the beginning of the Anglo-Saxon invasion of Britain. Sources disagree about whether Hengist was the father or grandfather of Oisc of Kent and Doctor of Kent, one of whom succeeded Hengist as king. In the Historia Brittonum, Hengist had an unnamed daughter who seduced Verstegan, eventually leading to the treachery of the Long Knives when Hengist's men massacred the Britons at a peace accord. While the early sources indicate that Horsa died fighting the Britons, no details are provided about Hengist's death until Geoffrey's Historia, which states that Hengist was beheaded by Eldil, the British Duke of Gloucester, and buried in an unlocated mound. A figure named Hengist, who may be identifiable with the leader of British legend, appears in the Finnisberg fragment and in Beowulf. In present-day northern Germany, horse head gables, or gable signs adorned with two rampant horse figures, were referred to as Hengisten or up until the late 19th century. Other founding horse-associated twin brothers are attested among various other Germanic peoples, and appear in other Indo-European cultures. As a result, scholars have theorized a pan-Germanic mythological origin for Hengist and Horsa, stemming originally from divine twins found in Proto-Indo-European religion. In older scholarship, the scholar J.R. Tolkien and others have argued for a historical basis for Hengist. Etymology. The Old English names Hengist and Horsa mean stallion and horse respectively. The original Old English word for a horse was eoh. Eoh derives from the Proto-Indo-European base *equo, hence Latin equus, which gave rise to the modern English words equine and equestrian, or is derived from the Proto-Indo-European base *curs, which also gave rise to hurry, carry, harry, hurrah and current, or eventually replaced eoh, fitting a pattern elsewhere in Germanic languages where the original names of sacred animals are abandoned in favor of adjectives. For example, the word bear, while the Historia Ecclesiastica gentis Anglorum and the Anglo-Saxon Chronicle refer to the brother as Horsa. In the Historia Brittonum his name is simply Or. It has been suggested that Horsa may be a hypocorism for a compound name whose first element was Or.